Silly Pops and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing another cooking video. And since season 3 of Rick and Morty has just been released, I think we just got the second episode, I thought there's no better time than now to make a video that I've been dying to do for absolutely ages. So today we're going to do it. We're going to make some eye holes. And even though I haven't made these yet, I'm going to assume these are going to be really easy to make because there's only a few ingredients involved. So how hard could it be, right? But either way, I'm really excited to make these because as Rick said, they melt in your mouth, Morty. They're like butter. Ugh. So without further ado, let's get started. Even though the eye hole man will come for you, it's worth it because they melt in your mouth, Morty. They're like butter. So I'm going to show you what you need so far. I say so far because I'm actually making this up as I go along because it's kind of what I think you will need as you make these, if you know what I mean. We'll learn together, we'll cry together, we'll make these together, and hopefully they'll be good. Hopefully they'll be good. So I'll show you what I've got so far. So first things first, because ain't nobody got time for baking when you work like 45 hours a week. I've got a large tub of blueberry muffins. You can have any type of flavor muffin, maybe even donuts, maybe even, I don't know what else they sell, you know, those little Rice Krispie things. Anything really kind of squidgy that you can kind of mold into a ball. That's what you need. You can do this out of real rice if you wanted to, make them savory. But I'm doing them out of blueberry muffins. So, big old pot of blueberry muffins, some green food gel and some red food colouring. Oh, it's leaking already. And some soft white icing, ready to roll. Because again, ain't nobody got time to be making new fondants and stuff. But once you get the idea out of this video, you can go off and make all your stuff fresh if you like. I also have some icing sugar, which I think I may need. And of course there's water and some sculpting tools over there. So yeah, let's do this. So the first thing I did was mix up some icing sugar, and that's because you're going to need this stuff to mix in with your muffins to form perfect balls or eye hole shapes. Then you want to take your muffins, like so, and select how many muffins or eye holes you actually want to make. And if you are using muffins, you want to select the roundest muffins you have. So, first things first, you want to take some of your muffins and obviously unwrap them. And then all you want to do is crumble your muffins up into fine pieces. And you can use a food processor for this, but I don't own one, so fingers it is. And this is kind of just a traditional way of making cake pops as well. So you're learning two things today. How to make eye holes and how to make cake pops. Next you want to take your icing sugar and you just want to add a little bit in bit by bit whilst also mixing it all together. This should eventually make it moist enough so that you can form your own balls. Tee hee hee. Now that it's formed a ball, you just want to form smaller balls out of this. And try and get them really even in size. You can do this by measuring them or weighing them, but I'm just going to do it by eye. And now once you've formed the balls, you just want to pop this in the freezer for about 10 minutes. So as you can see, you want to first dust your work surface with a little bit of icing sugar. Then you want to take your soft white icing, roll it down, and if it's a little bit cold, you just want to knead it a little bit until it's a little more pliable. And when doing this, you want to use mainly the edge and palm of your hand because you don't want your fingers getting all sticky and you don't want any of the icing getting onto your fingernails because it's just annoying. Next, you want to take your red food colouring and just add a little tiny drip, like so. So that's all you really need for now. You just want to then knead that in until the colour's all there and all separated. And if you think it needs more, just add more as you go. But you will see the colour come through almost immediately. And again, you want to be using the palms of your hands, so this bit here, to knead the dough. Or the icing, I should say, not the dough. And if you feel it getting a little bit sticky or anything, you just add a little bit more icing sugar. So this is the colour that it's turned out with the original drip of food colouring. As you can see, it's a little bit too light, and I recommend keeping a photo of the eye holes next to you. So what we're looking for is that kind of colour. It's a lot more pink and a lot more dark. So there they are. So we're just going to add a little bit more food colouring and again, see how we go. this colour is a lot more pink. I'm not going to attempt to make it any darker because it's getting quite sticky. You can keep adding it, but I think this is okay for now. We're going to continue with this colour. Lovely. I'm just going to separate my mixture. I think that will be enough. And you just want to roll this out into a nice ball. Then next you want to take your rolling pin or cling film if you don't own a rolling pin like me. And you just want to roll it out to be about a centimetre, maybe 30 mils in thickness. Like so. And then you want to take the largest cutter you can find. P.S. You also need a cutter. And cut out as many circles as eye holes you are making. Then just roll away the excess and just slide these aside just momentarily, as you are now going to take your balls and you can either coat these in a very fine layer of jam or a very fine layer of the icing you made earlier. Get a nice clean plate, pop your icing down flat, ball in the middle, like so. You just want to roll these up. And you just want to try and mould these around to be as smooth as possible. Like so. So here are your eye holes so far. You want to move these aside now. And then take part of your leftover fondant. About this much should do. About a handful should do. And you want to add the tiniest drop of red food colouring. That may have been a bit too much. Don't forget to add a lot of icing sugar, just to keep it non-sticky. And as you can see, these can get a little messy. You can also wear gloves if you wish. And you don't want to worry too much about this being a lot darker. It just needs to be slightly darker than the balls that you already have. So that should do, and you just want to take a little part of it like this, and you want to roll it out into a sausage. Like so. And then take the piece of fondant that you saved for later. Again, you want to roll this out until it's nice and malleable and soft, like so. And this is going to be the innards of your eye holes. So you want to add just a little bit of green food colouring, like so. And it just needs to be just a little bit darker. So then you want to take your green fondant and again roll it out to be quite thin, like so. Take one of your smaller cutters, like this one, and cut out a couple of these. They're not going to use the whole thing. In fact, you are going to use only half. Then take your ball, again add a bit of water or icing sugar. Mould that on as almost messily as you like, because it is meant to look quite gross and deformed. And then take the round, darker pink part you formed earlier, rub that with a little bit of icing sugar too, and you just want to wrap that around the green part, kind of like a lip, but you are forming a kind of gross looking eyelid. Just like that. I have to admit that's pretty gross looking. And if you want to add just a little bit of a final touch, take your green gel, just a little bit in the pot, add a little bit of jam, and mix those together. You can also get a lime jam, but I do want this to taste quite similar to the jam that I put inside. You just want to mix them together like that. Ew, that is nasty. So mix them together like that. So it forms a lovely green gel. Then take one of your eye holes I just kind of want to dab that around the edges. Just like so. So they're nice and wet and vile looking. Yay! Oh, that's grim. And last but not least, the eye holes can be seen as quite veiny. So you can take just a little bit of food colouring on a brush and just paint some veins in like so. Very gently and very carefully. Don't add too much, it does start looking a bit weird. Just a few for detail, I think, is really nice. So there you have it. A lovely eye hole. A lovely, delicious, mouth-watering, melts in your mouth eye hole. And of course you can use the exact same methods to actually decorate cupcakes as well. So again, you just want to simply cover the cupcake in a really light layer of jam, like so. Roll out some of your lighter fondant. Cut out a circular shape. Attach that to your cupcake. Like so. Rub on some icing. Attach a green section. Like this. Roll a sausage out of the darker for icing. Again, coat that in a nice layer of icing sugar mixture. And then wrap it around your green section on the cupcake, like so. Add a little bit of green jam to make it look a little bit more creepy and eye-holey, just like that. And then lastly, paint on just a couple of veins, like so. And there you have it, cupcake eye holes. That's how you make tasty eye hole pops like this. And also how to decorate your cakes or muffins or cupcakes like eye holes as well. Super, super easy as I promised, and really, really tasty because my ones were blueberry flavour and I love blueberry flavour muffins. But remember, you can do this in any flavour that you like, which is your favourite. So anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and all that stuff that will be displayed here. And also, don't forget to check out my shop because I have just released Pickle Rick pins. Ooh, they look so cool, and if you're into Rick and Morty like I am, you're gonna love them. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.